Hello everyone. Today is October 31st, 2025, a Friday. And I'm here to introduce a super interesting trending article I dug up from the archives. Let's see what we've got here. The title is Controlling Contrastive Self-Supervised Learning with Knowledge-Driven Multiple Hypotheses Application to be Tracking. The call is Stats 25,561. It's long. Okay, so let's dive into this. What problem is this paper actually trying to solve? Well, it's tackling a really fundamental issue in AI. Especially it's the problem of ambiguity. We know, when you listen to a song, you might tap your foot to the main beat. Your friend might be nodding their head at double the speed, catching the she-hats or something. But someone else might feel it in halftime. And the thing is, none of you are technically wrong. It's just a different rhythmic interpretation. This is a huge headache for an AI. Most models are trying to find the one single correct answer. But with music, there often isn't just one. So the AI gets confused. It's forced to pick one interpretation. And if it picks the wrong one for a specific context, its whole analysis falls apart. This paper wants to build an AI that's cool with that ambiguity. An AI that can think like a musician and hold multiple rhythmic ideas in its head at the same time. So, how did they do it? Their solution is pretty clever. They call it knowledge-driven multiple hypothesis learning. Or that's a mouthful. Let's break it down. It's built on something called self-supervised learning, or SOL. This basically means the AI teaches itself. It listens to millions of songs without any human labels, and just learns the patterns and structures of music on its own. Specifically, it uses a technique called contrastive learning. This is where the model learns to tell what's similar and what's different. It's like you show two clips from the same song and say, hey, these two are related. Then you show it a clip from a totally different song and say, this one is not like the others. Over time, it gets really good at understanding musical features. But here's the magic trick from this paper. Instead of just having one idea of what the beat is, a model creates multiple possible ideas or hypotheses. For example, for a single piece of music, it might generate hypothesis 1. The beat is at 121. Hypothesis 2. The beat is actually at 60 bum. And hypothesis 3. The beat is at 120 bum. With the downbeat, the one starts in the second pulse we heard. And this is the knowledge-driven part. It uses some basic audio analysis, some prior knowledge, to score how plausible each of these hypotheses is for that specific song. The logic is like repeating patterns of musical energy. So the AI is basically like a cat trying to decide which box to sit in, but the boxes are made of beats. The cat is made of math. That makes no sense. Let's move on. The model then focuses its train on the winning hypotheses, the ones with the highest scores. This way, it doesn't get locked into a single, rigid interpretation. It learns to be flexible and recognize that for some songs, a halftime feel is just as valid as a double time one. The results are pretty impressive. Their model outperforms the previous best methods for tracking beats. They even tested a special version called self-training. This is like giving the AI a cheat sheet. They used another AI to create pretty good, but not perfect, beat labels to guide the lean process, and this version just crushed it. It surpassed previous systems by around 2% on average, which is a really solid jump in this field. So, how does this compare to other tech? Older beat tracking systems were often very rigid. They'd use signal processing rules that worked for simple pop songs, but would completely fail on something with a complex rhythm, like jazz or jungle music. Even early deep learning models suffered from this weird trackline problem. This new approach is much more like how a human listens. We can switch our perception of the beat on the fly. This AI is learning to do the same. Wait, so what are the real-world apps? I can think of a few cool ones. First, in music production and Genie. Imagine a Genie software that can perfectly mix two tracks, even if one has a swing rhythm and the other is straightforward on the floor. This AI could find the common ground between multiple rhythmic interpretations and create a seamless transition. For producers, it could automatically align different recorded tracks, even if the drummer was playing slightly behind the beat for feel. That would save so much time. Second, this could revolutionize music education tools. Think about an app that teaches you piano or drums. If you're a beginner, you might not play perfectly in time, instead of just marking your run. An app with this tech could understand your rhythmic tendency. You could say, "Hey, it looks like you're feeling this and I have time." And it could adjust the backing track to match you and gently guide you toward the intended rhythm. That's way more encouraging. And third, for rhythm games, this would be awesome. The game could become more adaptive and intelligent. Let's say you're playing a funk track in a game like Beat Saber. If you start hitting all the syncopated, offbeat notes instead of main beat, the game could recognize that as a valid stylistic choice, and maybe even give you bonus points for funkiness. It could lead to games that appreciate musicality, not just robotic precision. So yeah, this is a really cool step forward. It's about teaching AI to appreciate that in art and music, there's often more than one right answer. And that's a pretty profound idea, I think. Alright, that's all for this one. See you next time.